Hi, I'm really glad you're here. My name is Crystal Sage, and if you found your way to this space, there's a good chance that you've been trying to understand a relationship that feels deeply meaningful and at the same time difficult to make sense of. You're not alone in that experience. This space is called Relational Pattern Breakthrough, and it's simply a place where we slow things down enough to begin seeing clearly. Before we go further, I'd like to invite us to slow down together. Take a gentle breath in for me and a longer breath out. And allow your shoulders to soften. Now, nothing needs to be solved during this time. You don't need answers right away. This is simply a space to notice and understand. So today, we're beginning with a question many people quietly carry. What is a karmic relationship? The term is often used spiritually, but the experience behind it is very human. A karmic relationship usually feels intensely familiar, emotionally charged, and unusually difficult to release, even when part of you recognizes that the dynamic may not be healthy or sustainable. Now, these relationships often begin with a powerful sense of recognition. You may feel instantly understood, deeply connected, or emotionally awakened in ways you haven't experienced before. And yet, over time, the relationship may move through repeating cycles: closeness and distance, hope and disappointment, connection followed by emotional pain. Many people describe feeling pulled back repeatedly even after deciding they want something different. If this sounds familiar, I want to gently say to you, there's nothing wrong with you. What you may be encountering is not simply chemistry or compatibility, but a relationship pattern asking to be seen. As you listen, you might quietly ask yourself, have I experienced a relationship that feels almost impossible to step away from? Do emotional highs and lows feel unusually intense? And do I understand something logically, yet still feel emotionally connected? There's no need to force answers. Just notice what becomes visible. What many people describe as karmic often involves activated attachment patterns and nervous system familiarity. These relationships engage more than thoughts. They engage emotional memory, learned expectations, and the body's sense of familiarity. This is why logic alone rarely changes the experience. You may know something isn't working and still feel deeply connected. That gap between knowing and feeling is where confusion often lives. And confusion is not failure, it is frequently the beginning of awareness. Now, in conversations about karmic relationships, something called spiritual bypassing can sometimes occur. Now, spiritual bypassing happens when spiritual explanations are used to avoid emotional reality. For example, someone might say, or they might tell themselves, this relationship must be meant to be, or I just need to learn the lesson, while overlooking pain, instability, or unmet needs. In relational pattern breakthrough, we take a different approach. We don't rush to label a relationship. Instead, we become curious. What is the relationship revealing about my patterns, my nervous system, and my relational history? Awareness comes before meaning. Let's pause together for a moment. I want you to notice what you're feeling right now. You might feel relief, recognition, uncertainty, or even resistance. All of that belongs here, and nothing needs to change today. Recognizing a karmic pattern is not about forcing yourself to stay or leave. It is about developing clarity. As awareness grows, urgency often softens. And when urgency softens, people begin making decisions that reflect self-trust rather than emotional pressure. And this work is not about judging past relationships. It is about understanding them. And understanding is where change quietly begins. Before we close, take one more slow breath with me. Inhale gently and exhale slowly. Now, I want you to notice that awareness itself is, in fact, progress. You do not need to decide anything today. Allow what you notice to settle naturally. And I want to thank you for spending this time with me. Again, this is a space for thoughtful awareness and steady growth. I'll meet you again in our next session. See you soon.